Hi, darlings. Welcome back to another exciting episode of my channel. My name is Phellie Hallifax. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and share. And so today, I'm going to share my experience as a presiding officer. Have you been a boss in a day before? No. No. On the 2020 elections, which was 7th December, they just ended one. And then we are going to talk about new things that was introduced. So as a presiding officer, I got my center, which is the polling center, as early as 4:30 to wait for my materials. And the materials are the ballot boxes, the registers, the voting screen.
To show a video,
A quick video here as to how I did my setup for the 2020 elections, that is the voting. List of the verification of the ballot issuer 1, 2, and then the new person, which is a COVID ambassador because of COVID-19. So I actually had 5 people working with. But as a presiding, you are the boss, like you are the boss of the day. Make sure the place is in order. Anything needed at the polling center,
anybody someone
wants to talk to before voting should be you and not any other person. There are times that people come and they need you to go to the ballot boxes with them. There's voting screen. You take them there to
cast their votes. Nobody
does that in the section of presiding officer. Because if any other person should do it, they are assuming the presiding officer should be neutral or is neutral. And that when you take the person to the voting screen, you do not tell the person who to vote for. But as a presiding officer, the real deal about this whole election is the pension. 2 things that were introduced in 2020 elections. The EC as a board decided that this result of this year's election was going to be announced in 24 hours. So an app which was introduced in this year's election, that is a scanner. So I'm going to post a picture of the scanner here. So we see scan a photo of the pink sheet and then send it to the electoral commission at the district level. Then you forward it to the national level too. So it makes the work very easy for commission. Then the second thing that was introduced
in this year's election was
textile jacket ballot paper. So the textile jacket ballot paper has been designed for the visually impaired. It puts the picture of the textile jacket for the visually impaired. It made the work so easy that you don't take someone to the box and then you tell the person number 1 is this, number 2. It works just like the braille that they use for reading. So when they get there, they already know number 1 is this candidate, number 2 is this. They start to feel it. That's the tactile jacket. So this time around, the tactile jacket was also introduced, which I feel the Electoral Commission has really done a good job introducing it. Because for all you may know, you would think the presiding officer is supposed to be neutral, and then he or she taking the person to the voting screen would just take the person's hand from playing the party that he or she likes to win. So I think the tactile jacket also helped in this year's election. So let's get straight into the country where my duty as the presiding officer began. Voting has to end at 5 p.m. So after 5 p.m. I had to stand in open entry first, and then the parliament all grouped. Then as a PO, my job was to count. So I raised one to count in the eyes of the voters as well, because most people came back at 5 for the counting. I did the same for presidential. The other thing for me to do was to record, like I earlier said. I said it initially that the whole thing about this presiding is the recording and taking charge of the place. So I have a sample of the pink sheet that I would want to show to you. So So there's actually two pinches, one for presidential and one for parliamentary. And the one for presidential is 8B and the one for parliamentary is 8A. So I'm going to start with the parliamentary one, pink sheet. So this is actually a pink sheet that I used as my training, going for training as the presiding officer. It was just a normal one we use for the training. So this is how the pink sheet looks. This is exactly the pink sheet. So when you take the pink sheet, like this is actually the pink sheet. So it tells you there's something written up there, Public Election Regulation 2020 Form 8A. Like I said, Form 8A is for parliamentary and Form 8B is for presidential. So the statement of poll for the office of Member of Parliament here. Then the particular polling center that you have been assigned to would be written on it. So it's here, and then the center code for the particular center. So it tells you there's some other spaces, like I said initially, that you have to fill, and ballot information to be filled in the start of the poll. So the first one says, what is the total number of ballots issued to this polling center? So the total number of ballot papers that was brought from the returning officer to that particular polling station, you record it here. Yes. And then the second one is, what is the range of serial numbers of the ballot papers issued to the polling center? So you get another column created here, range of booklets. So it says range of 100 booklets here, range of 50 booklets here, range of
25 booklets
here, and range of 10 booklets. So what you are going to record the range of numbers, or the range of a particular book that was issued to you, a booklet that was issued to you. So let's say 200 booklets that were issued to me, and then it follows in order. I'm going to write the order of the booklet, like 04100012, the last number of booklets. If it follows in order, you are going to record it here. If you have 50, if 50s were issued to you, you are going to stick it here. If 25, but here I don't have 25, and here 10, the number of 10 booklets issued to you. So that is it. You fill this at the beginning of the poll. When you are that register is the total number of polling, like people, voters that are on that particular voters register. That is the place you have been assigned. So you are also going to enter it here, like I want to enter the number here. So you check behind the register the last number. So maybe it could be 226 559 something. Then you enter it here. Then what is the number of voters on the proxy voters list? Like I said, registers will be coming on arrival. You get exception list, proxy, the main register, multiple, and what have you. So if there's a proxy voter, you're going to fix the number of people on the proxy voters register. Then there's another one, absenteeism or absentee voter list. You're also going to fix that one here. Then this is very important. This device can make and unmake you. It's really serious. So that is the DVD machine. The number of people who were registered, like on the DVD machine. But before then, you need to let your verification officer check if the machine has been used and hasn't been cleared. So you make your DVD, like your verification officer check if it has been used or not. So from there, you enter the serial number of the DVD. So the DVD machine comes in time 2 to a polling center. So if it is 2, you are going to take note of, or you are going to write the serial number on both DVD machines here in this column. When you are done with this, so you fill almost A and B before voting. Before final one is ballot accounting. So the first one says, what is the number of ballots issued on the polling polling station register. So I'm going to write the number of ballots that you issued to people. Maybe on your main register you have 550 voters to come, but at the end of the post only 200 voters. So you are going to stick with it. That means you have issued 200 to the people, just 200 to the people. And the second one is, what is the number of ballots issued on the proxy voters list? If you have no proxy voter, you record 0. Then what is the total number of stored ballots? You have a stored ballot, you record. If you don't, you just leave it. You write 0 there. Then this one is, what is the total number of unused ballots? So you are going to deduct the ones that you issued from the total that was brought to you. So you are going to state it clearly. You are going to state it here, so they know the remaining. Then you come up to the sixth one, which is sums up. Like sum up C1, C2, C3, and C4. This number should equal A1. So the A1 is the total ballots issued to the polling center. So most important part 2 of this one. Almost everything here is important, but let's look at the last one, which says parliamentary election polling station results form. So you are going to record each and every party candidate's name here, and then there's a column here too again for them. That is party initial. So you are going to write their party, each party that they belong to. And you are going to write votes obtained in figures. So the number of votes that they obtain, you are going to write it in figures. Then here is votes obtained in words. So you are going to write it in words as well as figures. So you make sure you record everything perfectly. Then the last one is the declaration. And the declaration
has to
do with the party agents available at the time. So the party agents I'm talking about is those who came to represent the party at that level or at the polling center. So you have their names recorded here. Have their names written here. Name of party or candidate. So write the name of the party that each represented here in the next column. Then you make them sign. So here they can tell you, I don't agree, let's do a recount. You do a recount, and when you are done and everything is perfect and both agree, then you make them sign here. As the presiding officer, also have to write your name here. You sign and then the date and the time that you were done filling the pink sheet. When you are done with this one, your job ceases as a presiding officer. The only thing for you to do is to submit this pink sheet at the collation center. Donated paper here. So the more you write, it shows when you dip in your hands to write, it shows there. So each party agent a copy before you submit the original one you have written on it at the collation center. So that brings me to today's video as a presiding officer and letting you know what the presiding officer does at a police center where he or she has been assigned to.